Hello, sweet eyelashes. Welcome back to Tarot Third Eye. I pulled 6 cards this morning, and they've been sitting here staring at me all day like they have something important to say. The energy feels really direct, so let's see what came through for you. There's something really magnetic about this Queen of Wands. She's sitting there with this black cat at her feet. And I love that detail because cats don't just sit with anyone. They choose their person. This queen has earned that loyalty. I'm getting a really strong message for someone who's been questioning whether they're ready to step up. The sunflowers behind her are all facing the same direction, toward the light, toward the growth. That's you right now. You've been turning toward something brighter, even if you can't see the full picture yet. The number 7 is coming through strongly. Completion of a cycle, spiritual development. Someone needed to hear that. And I'm seeing something specific for a group of you, dragonflies. If you've been noticing dragonflies lately, pay attention. They're about transformation that happens right at the surface of things, not deep underwater where no one can see. What strikes me about this queen is her confidence isn't loud or demanding. She is holding that wand like she knows exactly what she can create with it, but she's not rushing. There's this sense of creative fire that's been building in you. Ideas, projects, ways of being in the world that feel more authentically you. The black cat represents your intuition, and it's been trying to tell you something. You're more ready than you think you are. This is about owning your creative power without apologizing for taking up space. The sunflowers don't ask permission to face the sun. Now, here's something solid landing in your hands. The Ace of Pentacles. After all that fiery creative energy we just saw with the Queen of Wands, this feels like the universe is saying, okay, now let's make it real. Look at this pentacle floating there like a golden coin suspended in midair. It's being offered by a hand emerging from clouds, which tells me this isn't something you have to fight for or chase down. This is an opportunity that's coming to you, but you do have to reach out and take it. I'm picking up on something specific here. The smell of fresh soil, like after it rains. There's fertile ground beneath your feet right now. That creative fire the queen was holding, this ace is where it starts taking physical form. We're talking about tangible results, real world manifestation of those ideas that have been brewing. Someone out there has been wondering if they should take that leap, start the business, make the investment, put money toward the dream. The pentacle isn't just floating there for decoration, it's waiting for you to claim it. But here's what I love about this card. It's not asking you to have everything figured out. Aces are about beginnings, first steps, planting seeds. The number 11 is coming through. Master number, intuition, meeting action. And I keep seeing garden gloves, which might seem random, but it's not. This is about getting your hands dirty, doing the practical work that turns a vision into reality. That black cat from the Queen, it's still with you, still guiding your intuition. But now, it's time to trust what it's been telling you and make some concrete moves. The dragonflies we talked about, transformation at the surface level, this ace is where that transformation gets grounded in your actual life. There's something beautiful about how this pentacle is just hanging there, perfectly balanced. It's not rushing toward you or floating away. It's simply available, like the universe saying, when you're ready. The queen gave you the confidence. This ace is giving you the green light. Look at him standing there with one hand pointing up to the heavens, one hand pointing down to the earth. The magician knows something you're just starting to remember. As above, so below. What you dream, you can make real. This is where everything we've been building comes together. That Queen of Wands gave you the creative fire, the confidence to own your power. The Ace of Pentacles offered you the opportunity, the golden coin floating in midair waiting to be claimed. And now the Magician is saying, you have everything you need. Look at his table. Cups for emotion, wands for passion, swords for clarity, pentacles for manifestation. Every tool is already there. I'm getting a strong message about timing. Someone has been waiting for the perfect moment, the right alignment, more money, more knowledge, more something. The infinity symbol above his head is telling you that perfect moment. It's now. It's always now. The red roses and white lilies around him. That's passion balanced with purity of intention. You don't need to wait until your motives are completely selfless or your plan is foolproof. The number one is coming through intensely. New beginnings, leadership, pioneering energy. And I keep seeing a compass which feels significant. Not because you are lost, but because you're about to become the person others look to for direction. Here's what strikes me about this magician. He's not performing tricks. This isn't about illusion or manipulation. He's channeling. That yellow background? Pure mental clarity. He knows that thoughts become things. But more importantly, he knows he's worthy of wielding that power. Your black cat intuition has been leading you here. Those dragonflies we talked about. Surface level transformation. This is where it gets serious. The magician is saying you've graduated from hoping and wishing. You're ready to command your reality. I'm picking up something specific for a group of you. Thunderstorms. If you've been drawn to thunderstorms lately, or if storm energy has been following you, this is your card. That raw electric power in the air before lightning strikes, that's what you're carrying right now. The garden gloves from the last card make sense now. You are getting ready to work with your hands. The magician works with his will. His focused intention is absolute knowing that what he speaks into existence will manifest. That fertile soil we talked about, plant something bold. The universe is conspiring to make you successful, but you have to believe you deserve the magic you're capable of creating. You're not just ready, you're initiated. Oh, well, this is a hard stop, isn't it? 10 of Swords. And I have to say, after all that magical momentum we just built up, the cards are showing us something crucial about the path forward. Look at this figure lying face down with 10 swords in their back. The dramatic black sky is starting to give way to that golden dawn on the horizon. Here's what people miss about this card. It's not about being defeated. It's about rock bottom being a foundation you can build from. I'm getting something really specific for a group of you right now. You've been carrying betrayal, disappointment, or failure like it's a permanent part of your identity. That black cat intuition we've been talking about, it's been trying to tell you something. What happened to you is not who you are. The number 10 is completion, the end of a cycle that had to end. And I keep hearing the word enough. Enough suffering, enough carrying other people's swords, enough believing that being hurt means you're powerless. That magician energy we just channeled, it doesn't disappear because something painful happened. It transforms. Here's what strikes me about this scene. Those swords aren't moving anymore. Whatever battle this was, it's over. The figure isn't fighting or struggling. There's something almost peaceful about this surrender. Sometimes, the most magical thing you can do is stop trying to fix what's already finished. I'm picking up on something for someone who's been afraid that starting over means starting from nothing. See that golden light creeping across the water? That's your Queen of Wands fire, still burning on the horizon. That Ace of Pentacles opportunity, still floating there, waiting. The difference is now you know exactly what you don't want to carry into your next chapter. The red cloak tells me this ending involved passion, probably love, or something you care deeply about. But look closer. That cloak is also covering and protecting what matters most. your core self, your essential power, that's still intact under there. I keep seeing a phoenix, which might seem obvious, but this isn't about rising from ashes dramatically. It's about the quiet moment before you remember you have wings. Someone needed to hear that the worst thing that happened to you is also going to be the reason you become unstoppable. Those thunderstorms we talked about with the magician. This is the clearing afterward. The air is different now, charged with possibility instead of tension. Your intuition has been preparing you for this moment where you realize that every sword in your back was also pointing you toward that golden horizon. The garden gloves, the fertile soil. You're not starting over empty-handed. You're planting with the wisdom of someone who knows the difference between what deserves your energy and what doesn't. This isn't about being a victim. This is about being initiated through fire and coming out the other side, knowing exactly who you are and what you're capable of creating. That dawn isn't just breaking in the distance. It's breaking through you. I keep seeing bandages, clean white bandages wrapped around wounds that are healing. The Nine of Wands, this battered warrior leaning on his staff, 8 more wands standing like sentries behind him. He's been through the battle we just witnessed in that 10 of Swords and he's still standing. What gets me about this figure is he's not celebrating victory or crying over defeat. He's just vigilant, ready, that head wound wrapped in white cloth. It's not fresh blood anymore. It's a healing happening in real time. Someone out there has been wondering if they'll ever feel normal again after what they've been through. This card is saying you're closer than you think. That black cat intuition we've been following, it's been preparing you for this exact moment. The space between surviving something and thriving again. Those thunderstorms cleared the air. The 10 of Swords taught you exactly what you won't tolerate anymore. And now you're in this powerful position of earned wisdom. I'm getting something really specific here. The sound of wind chimes. Gentle, persistent, musical. If you've been hearing wind chimes lately, or if they've been showing up in your life, pay attention. They're marking moments when the spiritual and physical worlds are talking to each other. This 9 of Wands energy is you learning to hear those conversations. Here's what people miss about this card. It's not about being paranoid or defensive. It's about being discerning. That magician energy we channeled earlier, it's still flowing through you, but now it's tempered with experience. You know the difference between an opportunity worth taking and a situation that will cost you more than it gives back. The number 9 is coming through powerfully. Completion before the final completion. You're in the last stretch of something major, but you're not across the finish line yet. And I keep seeing a lighthouse beam sweeping across dark water. That's you right now? You've become the beacon for others who are still navigating their own storms. Those 8 wands standing behind him like a fence, they represent everything you've already overcome, every battle you've already won, every time you chose to keep going when stopping would have been easier. They're not blocking your path, they're protecting your back. You've built something unshakable behind you. I'm picking up on something for someone who's been feeling guilty about being cautious, about not jumping into things the way you used to. That Queen of Wands fire is still burning in you. But now it's controlled fire, focused fire, the kind that builds rather than just burns bright. Your garden gloves moment is here. Not planting something new yet, but tending what's already growing. That Ace of Pentacles opportunity, it's still available, but you're approaching it with the wisdom of someone who knows their own worth now. The fertile soil has been tested by storms and proven strong. There's something beautiful about this warrior's stance. He's not looking backward at what he survived or forward at what might come. He's present, alert, but not afraid. That golden dawn from the 10 of Swords, You're standing in it now, and you've learned to trust your ability to handle whatever the light reveals. The bandages will come off when they're ready. The healing is happening whether you can see it or not. And that lighthouse beam I keep seeing. You're not just finding your way home anymore. You're helping others find theirs too. You've earned these pause between battles. Use it wisely. What a gentle landing after all that warrior energy. The Six of Cups. And honestly, this feels like the cards are wrapping us in a soft blanket after showing us everything we've survived and overcome. Look at these two figures, this adult and child sharing cups filled with flowers. There's something so tender about this exchange, like memories being passed down, like wisdom flowing both directions. After that, Nine of Wands vigilance, after standing guard with bandages still healing, the cards are saying it's safe to remember joy. It's safe to remember the part of you that existed before the battles. I'm getting something really specific here. The scent of honeysuckle. Sweet, nostalgic, the kind of smell that takes you back to being 6 years old and believing magic was everywhere. If honeysuckle has been following you, or if you've been drawn to flowers that smell like childhood summers, this card is speaking directly to your soul. Here's what strikes me about this scene. It's happening in front of what looks like a castle or fortress. All that protection we built, all those wands standing guard behind us, they're still there, but now we can afford to be innocent again. Now we can afford to give and receive with an open heart because we know the difference between genuine connection and people who want to plant swords in our backs. Your black cat intuition has been guiding you through this entire journey, from that magnetic Queen of Wands confidence, through claiming that golden Ace of Pentacles opportunity, wielding magician level manifestation power, surviving that brutal Ten of Swords ending, and standing vigilant in your Nine of Wands wisdom. And now it's purring softly, saying you've earned this return to wonder. The number 6 is about harmony, giving and receiving in balance. But I keep getting the number 3 as well. Creativity, expression, the trinity of mind, body, and spirit finally working together instead of against each other. Someone needed to hear that the integration is happening. You're not the same person who started this journey, but you're also not completely different from who you were before the storms hit. I'm picking up something about handwritten letters. Not emails or texts, but actual handwriting on paper. If you've been thinking about reaching out to someone from your past, or if someone has been reaching out to you, pay attention to the medium. There's healing happening through old-fashioned connection, the kind that takes more effort and therefore carries more meaning. Those garden gloves that we've been talking about? This is where you realize you're not just planting new seeds. You're also tending to roots that go deeper than you remembered. That fertile soil contains everything you've ever been, not just who you're becoming. The thunderstorms cleared the air, but they also watered ground that was waiting to bloom again. What I love about this Six of Cups is how it honors both the innocence and the wisdom. That child receiving the cup isn't naive. They're choosing to trust because the adult offering it has proven trustworthy. That's where you are now. Your capacity for joy isn't ignorance of pain. It's a conscious choice made possible by everything you've learned about discernment. I keep seeing wind chimes again, but this time they're not just marking spiritual conversation, they're making music. That lighthouse beaming you've become isn't just sweeping across dark waters anymore. It's illuminating gardens, revealing beauty that survived the storms. Your Queen of Wands, fire, is still burning, but now it's warming others instead of just proving your strength. That Ace of Pentacles opportunity, it's transforming from something you need to claim into something you have the luxury of choosing from a place of wholeness rather than desperation. There's something profound happening here. You're remembering that being powerful doesn't mean being hard. Those bandages from the Nine of Wands are dissolving into flower petals. The healing isn't just complete, it's beautiful. It's created something in you that can hold both strength and softness, both wisdom and wonder. The cards are saying you've graduated from survival mode into revival mode. And that honeysuckle sweetness I keep smelling, that's not nostalgia for who you used to be. That's celebration of who you've become while keeping the best parts of who you've always been. You made it through. And you made it through. What a journey we've been on together, eyelashes. From that magnetic Queen of Wands confidence all the way through to this sweet Six of Cups homecoming. You've walked through fire and come out not just intact, but transformed. The cards are showing me that you're in this beautiful space now where your power doesn't require you to be guarded anymore. You can be both the warrior who survived the storm and the person who still believes in magic, still chooses wonder. That's not naive, that's mastery. Here's what I want you to carry with you. Healing isn't just about closing wounds. Sometimes it's about letting those wounds become doorways to a deeper kind of strength, a more intentional kind of joy. You've earned the right to be selective about what gets your energy, and you've also earned the right to be open-hearted when something real shows up. Thank you for letting me walk alongside you through these cards today. If you're here because that number 7 really landed, or if you've been seeing those dragonflies everywhere lately, drop a comment and let me know how this reading felt for you. Take care of yourselves, little eyelashes. You're more ready than you think you are.